Hello and welcome to my art studio on wheels. My name is Chrissy and I'm a graphic designer and illustrator from Germany. This is the second part of the video in which I go on coloring the fairy on the mushroom picture in the beautiful color book Luna from Maria Trolle. I show my drawing process and explain a little bit why I do what and which colors I use. Let's go! The outside of this leaf I make dark because it is the furthest away from the light source. As you see, the back of the leaf I made black. Now I choose, unfortunately, at first the wrong color. This is way too vibrant for a night sky. I drew over it later on with a much darker color. I made another mistake. I should have left a bright edge on the top of the mushroom from the moonlight. So that means that a white light or a light blue light would be on top of the mushroom, and from below there would be the yellow light from the light source. That's why it's so important to make a color study in the beginning, which I did not, so I didn't think about everything in the beginning. Also not about the colors, about nothing. I just decided intuitively, which was okay. In the end the drawing came out quite well, but I think in future I will make a little color study, not being lazy. Again, the light is more defined in showing the shadow, so I put in much more shadow now. As you see, I'm doing this again in layers. And again I'm pressing harder. Next layer. And I also leave a light shine on the side, which is the shine from the small mushroom. The light which is touching this, which is hitting the small mushroom, is thrown back on the big mushroom, and that is this small thin line on the side. Now the next layer going in with black. The leaf is casting a shadow, so I make under the leaf. On the big mushroom I make a black shadow. For some reason the colors don't blend properly together. I don't know what happened. Maybe I pressed too hard and the paper couldn't take now the black anymore, but the black is not coming out that as smoothly as I expected it. Actually, black is good for defining everything and to let the colors pop out. Now I go in with the dark blue, which I actually should have used. I put actually a lot of effort to cover the wrong color. Now I'm doing leaves which have a little bit look like in autumn. It always is nice to make some autumn leaves. Now I am painting the leaves, and as you see I start with yellow, then with light green, then olive green, and then a dark green. The further I go away from the, and then black, the further I go away from the light source, the darker I get. Here I go in with an olive green, and you see I give it a little bit of a 3D shape like this, in having a brighter edge. Also here, the further I go away from the light source, the darker it gets. Again, a black in the background is always good to make the colors pop out. Same layer principle here. I started with beige, then I go in with burnt ochre. Now I go in with an even darker brown on the back side of the mushrooms. And the mushrooms which are further away from the light source, they get even completely burnt ochre. Now I go a little bit with black on the back side. This is always the finish, the black on the back side. Here I'm drawing the shadows of the small mushrooms. Because the figure is sitting in front of the moon, one side of the figure is in shadow, and all inside areas are black, and the edges are bright or blue. The more hidden the spot is, the darker I make it, the more black I use. I always have to think, where is the moonlight absolutely not touching? Again, the edges I try to keep lightened. I followed the hair structure with the black, but I could have done it a little bit more even. But so far, so okay. In the next pictures, I will maybe make it a little bit more defined. Again, I'm thinking, where is the moonlight not hitting? It is beneath the legs, under the snail, and everywhere in between. On the upper side of the legs, there are the enlightened areas. Here I'm jumping back to the small mushrooms. I'm drawing the last shadow. And since the leaf is a little bit far away from the shadows, so the shadows are a little bit far away. Here I go in with black to define the shadows more. Here the green leaf is casting a shadow on the autumn leaf. And finish. That was it for today. I really enjoyed the process. I hope you liked it too, and maybe you can join me next time. I would be happy to see you again. And if you want to do me a favor, share, like, subscribe, and comment.